What's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of DUET Night ABYSS. Inside today's video, guys, we're mainly just going to be showing off I3 Rebecca as well as I6 Sibylle. Now, on the side of yesterday's video here, I ended up playing with both of the characters for a little bit of a farming team. And of course, I ended up folding like a piece of paper and deciding to go for I6 on Sibylle. Needless to say, I do like it a little bit, but of course I'm going to be explaining everything that I went through at least today, as well as finally getting the I2 on Rebecca, and eventually we're going to try to get the I6 for her to really be able to optimize our farming team. So if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a lot. We're coming closer and closer to 17K, so all the help is amazing help here. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So inside of yesterday's video, we played with Sibylle a little bit using our farming team, and I gotta say, I was very interested in at least how she ended up working. And a lot of people were saying, hey, they both kind of work the same as your third character, and honestly just comes down to preference. And I do agree with this. When it comes down to this character, it is purely preference, and I do enjoy a little bit of her gameplay. One of the few things that I feel like with Sibylle though is I do think that she's just a little bit slept on, seeing that not only can she tank a little bit of decent damage, but she can do crazy damage to multiple targets at one hit, which makes her a really good farming character in general, while also allowing her to really enjoy facing most of those mobs. The only thing that I don't like with her is when it comes down to like single target play, she really doesn't have that huge potential, and most of her like actual damage is going to come from her introns. So I ended up getting her introns. It took me a lot of these dudes, to be honest. Hold on, let's just check. I'm still not even done with Rebecca, and we have 67 clears. I'm getting actually shafted on her, but it took me to 135 to complete this character, which is insane for me because my last I6 character only took 98, and then like I think our what's it called, yeah, our Nightfall only took 113. So seeing that it took us to 135 is actually insane here. But with her actual dupes, if we go ahead and take a look at exactly what they end up doing, she has some good ones, but she also has some bad ones. The main thing that I really wanted to pay attention to is going to be like her I5, or at least her I2 and her I6 mainly. But going with the I1, you guys can kind of see where now the chaotic thunder orb is getting some increased damage, which is always great, but that's after it gets hit by divided conquer and legion's punishment. This is always great because it's going to be able to deal way more damage to the enemies if we're using those two skills, which I mean, it's all right, it's okay, it does what it needs to do. Then of course the I2, this one actually makes it so our Might of Thunder cap is now 600, meaning we're able to deal way more damage or increase the damage of both our Divine Conquer and our Storm Caller, which is great. And it also will allow us to deal more damage with Legion's Punishment and our Might of Thunder. The more at least Legion's Punishment, the more Might of Thunder stacks that we do have. So overall, it's like a damage increase. It's nothing too crazy. It's decent. It's definitely one of the ones that you really want to go for. So I mean, the I2 was actually an increase in her damage overall. The next one is the I4, which was this one right here. This one increased our Legion's Punishment damage as well when it can be triggered again. But the only problem with this, it only has a 20% chance of happening. So I mean, like, it's decent, but you're not really going to see it all too often. And then the big one is going to be the I6. Now the I6 itself isn't like stellar like most characters. We've seen like I6s from crazy units such as like, I want to say our Nightfall, of course. We've seen it from Lynn. He doesn't really have a crazy I6, but it's decent enough. Pretty much anyone who's linked with the chaotic thunder orb itself, it will allow you to deal some crazy damage to them and also trigger an electro bonus, meaning we're going to get a lot more damage off of this, and the multiplier is going to be huge, which is great. It's pretty decent, I guess. So when you think about it, it's pretty darn nice, and you're usually just going to be using this for a lot of the mobs. Now when it came to Rebecca, I'm pretty sure all you guys know exactly what her introns do, but I was a little late to the party. I knew of course what they did, but I didn't really want to go into it. Currently we still have 20 more things, so of course we could probably get her to 4 or maybe 5 today. But the first one, we get of course an additional bonus effect, which is Poison of Love here. And then on the second one, which is another big one here, increases the maximum amount of her little jellyfishes from now can now to be to 5, and they can stack Poison of Love to 8, which is always a great thing. So I got both of these girls together, managed to get them pretty up. I want to say their demon wedges are interesting as well. At first they weren't leveled up yesterday, or at least this wasn't leveled up here yesterday, and want to say this wasn't leveled either, and we're still missing one because we need to get another track here. Once I get another track, it's going to be another morale one, and I won't lie, pretty dang fun using them both. I don't use anything too crazy on both of them, so we're just going to go ahead and go back into exploration. Some of you guys were like, still, hey, I find the stage 1 better. I'll be honest, I've gotten the most for my buck, especially by doing 3, and that's what allowed me to pretty much just immediately get both of these characters I6 in less than a day, because I didn't even grind this all day. I grinded the majority of it the first half of the day and then stopped, and by doing so, it definitely allowed me to get a lot of stuff up here. But both of them, you can easily see a damage increase that's obviously there, and then of course with the I2 of Rebecca, we're obviously getting way more jellyfishes down, which I am enjoying because it allows us to get a lot more just what's called straightforward damage in general, which is cool. Look, all I have to do is just go ahead and hit this, smack it so they find it as an enemy, and then she just goes ham. Now the only downside with at least how I'm doing things, or at least how my team does work, is I do need to get more sanity on Rebecca, because she does act a little finicky sometimes, where she will act as if what is it called, she can't place down all the jellyfishes, which is bound to happen. Seeing my Rebecca does not have the most of sanity, but it is still pretty cool to see. Damage wise, I do like that at least our Sibylle is starting to deal a lot more damage. You'll see it when they get a little bit closer here, but with the amount of just jellyfishes, the electricity that we're able to deal, all of that nice stuff, it's just allowing us to really sit here and just be able to smack up some damage and easily farm a lot of this stuff, which is freaking awesome. But overall, both I6s, or at least the I6 for Sibylle, I think is definitely more of a PvE oriented one. I'm not even going to start farming this right now, I'll do that off camera, but I think the I6 for at least our Sibylle is way more PvE, because even if I try to put her in a team that is meant to go around her, which essentially, if you guys are going to use this character, I'm trying to think of like a good team that's really going to revolve around her. Most likely, let's think here, we need someone who helps out with the HP values, so obviously, or anything that's like defensive wise, so probably Randy is going to be decent, and then of course Truffle, because Truffle goes with anyone. Even doing something like this, I do feel like her damage is just not going to be there too much. Now I have started to scale her off a little bit more on her HP, which is going to be with this one, but I still just don't think it's going to be all too good for us just yet. So I'll do some more testing with the character, but overall I do like it. It's really nice to actually use this character, and the fact that we're able to actually go ahead and deal some nice damage with the I6 makes it even better. As for our Rebecca, I am late on this, I really am, but there's something about this that's just insane here. You guys can see I can only get like 4 of them off, and I would need just a little bit more sanity to get the 5 off. So I'm tempted to redo her build. I'm still trying to see exactly what I want to go ahead and put on this character to make her a little bit higher on this, so we can actually utilize all of her things. But you guys can let me know down below in the comment section if you have any ideas. This is mainly just me showing off a little bit for the I2s and stuff, seeing exactly what they actually end up doing here. And I will have their build guides both out very soon. Not sure if it's going to be today, because they might be a 1 video day, but we'll have to see what happens here. All I gotta see, or at least all I gotta say here, is thank you guys for watching on this video, and until the next one, you guys be sure to have some fun and stay safe, stay sharp. Peace.